Thank you.
What a bunch of friggin' retards. Stick your hand out. Stick your hand out. They need help.
Thank you.
They don't need anything except a brain, which is apparently in short supply. Oh, but I've heard this 1,000 times. Oh, FEMA doesn't have any money because we gave it all to the immigrants or the invaders or whatever you want to call them. Really? Well, who made that decision? A government official?
That's what Mayorkas said yesterday.
Okay. So you want more government officials, right? Because that's what it's going to take. That's what it's going to take to decide how to rebuild these areas. Because you know there's going to be a lot of controversy.
I want less government officials.
Bullshit. How do you get that? When you give them more jobs to do, you're going to get more people.
No.
You're an idiot. You are a total fucking idiot. You are as dumb as you could possibly be. Let's give them the authority to do disaster relief, no matter if it's fires in California, hurricanes in Florida, or up the whole eastern seaboard and Texas. I mean, you know how many people that's going to take to figure out what to do?
How many?
The government can't do all this stuff. They can't afford to. We can't afford to do it.
No,
People
keep giving Ukraine and Israel and every other little third-rate country, every crap hole on the face of the earth, we try to flip their Methodist government over to our so-called democracy, and every tax dollar that a guy sweats out and pays in goes to some nonsense form of payment like that, and we let Americans who've gone through a bona fide disaster sit down there and wish for a drink of water.
Oh, bullshit. Your politicians vote for that stuff. I mean, how did your man Joe Manchin vote?
What did I say that was untrue?
Well, that is the way it works, but the politicians decide that. Those are people you elected and I elected. We can't really bitch about it because that's just what we did. That's an outcome of your great Constitution.
I did not vote for people like that.
Collectively, we have, and we did.
Well, did you vote for Biden?
No.
Well, I didn't either.
But collectively, we did.
You did.
No, collectively we did. That's the Constitution set up the system. And now you're bitching about aid to Ukraine and aid to Israel when the politicians that we collectively voted for have decided how to spend the money.
You voted for them.
I did not vote for them, asshole.
What?
Shut the fuck up.
What? Really?
Shut the fuck up.
Joe's off his meds tonight.
Thank you.
You just don't understand. It's like the Affordable Care Act. I gave you the example. It came down to the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court.
Illinois.
And what did he do? It was 4-4. It was on the constitutionality of the Affordable Care Act. Can you force an American citizen to buy health insurance?
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, baby, because you voted for it. If you don't like the law, he said, vote for different politicians.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Yeah, there's folks down in the Carolinas.
The folks in the South Carolinas need to learn to buy insurance. The folks in South Carolina need to keep a few gallons of water thrown back.
Around your head.
Yeah, the folks in North Carolina in Asheville, most of them with purple and green hair, are sticking their hands out saying, where's the federal government? We need the federal government to completely rebuild our city. Really? Really? Come on, man. And then what other disasters next?
I got hairy legs.
The fires in California. Those people can't get insurance. The insurance companies are walking away. But what about them? What are we going to do for them? You know what we're going to do for them? Nothing. We're going to say, if you don't like the risk, sell the property.
So what's the answer?
The answer is for people to be self-sufficient and to cover their own shit. Instead of building a house on the beach down in Florida and say, look how affluent I am. I'm watching the bikinis walk every day, but then when the first storm comes in, I cry like a bitch. Over.
So insurance will fix the government?
What? I can't understand you.
So insurance will fix the government if I just buy insurance,
No.
it'll fix everything that's wrong.
No, insurance doesn't fix the government. Insurance avoids people like Possum saying the government is the solution.
But what is the solution to everything?
There is no solution to everything.
Being self-sufficient. Why are you saying all this stuff?
Well, I'm saying quit depending on government to carry your dumb ass.
Yeah.
Stop doing it. Government can't do it anyway. They're terrible at it. They're slow. They're very expensive. The solution to these problems of these natural disasters all rests with private companies offering private insurance. That is the only solution that will work, because the rest of the people that aren't living in those areas are going to riot. I'm living in the Midwest. My risk is tornadoes and fire and wind and hail. I don't have hurricanes, and I don't have flood problems. But why should I have to pay for it with my federal tax money? I don't want to pay for anything like that. But the government's got it. That's the typical bullshit that you hear out of a phony conservative.
So
a phony conservative.
Give the government your money and have it used in other parts of the world, then give the government your money and have the first priority for improvement, for health and wealth and so forth.
And so forth? Well, what does that mean? I asked you. I asked you what that meant. I said, if their dumpy house washed away, do we build them a new house? And you said no at first, and then you said yes, make them whole. So which is it? Are we going to rebuild them? Are we going to give them a new house? Are we going to give them a new car and a new iPhone? What are we going to give them, Possum? What is government's responsibility when it comes to a person that got flooded out?
Come on, man. I would give them.
Then you can do that. Go down there and write a fucking check.
Well, I've written some checks, Joe.
Well, then do it. Oh, yeah. This is what you call virtue signaling, guys. Virtue signaling. I'm the great Possum.
Come on, man.
Possum, I'm so great. I have given money away. I'm so great. Aren't I great? Man, you are such a fucking phony.
Come on, man.
I'm such a great person. I'm the great Possum. I've actually donated.
Come
Then
on,
go
man.
down there and build somebody a house.
Come on, man.
If you want to help them, you go help them.
You're the immigration lover.
Absolutely. You know why?
You just love it.
I do, but I don't agree in the social safety net either. You got to remember, I would be perfectly fine with no welfare, no food stamps, no SNAP cards. I would be perfectly fine with that. I would be perfectly fine with seeing people sleeping on the sidewalk and saying, you should get a job.
They falsify their papers to get benefits here in America.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
You don't care about any of that. All you care about is Joe Italiano.
I care about the system. And the system.
About anybody but yourself.
That's bullshit. I care about the system. Whenever people like you, and I see it all the time, you claim to be a conservative.
Friday Night Live.
At the first turn, you say the government ought to do something about that.
They ought to give them water and food.
Okay, but that's different. You just got done saying their houses need to be rebuilt.
I didn't. You said that. You asked me what I would do, and I said if it were me, I would make them whole.
Okay, what do you want the government to do for them?
Well, the first thing they should do is get the water and the food to them and medical, which they haven't done.
Bullshit! You don't know the first thing about what's going on.
Come on, man.
You don't know the first thing. Go up there to 3927 and talk to Bruce. N4MTC. He's in Asheville. You don't have the first clue.
For the last 3 or 4 days. And
You are listening.
The government didn't get in there. There were individuals that were wanting to take stuff in, and they stopped them from going in.
Why would they do that, Mr. Public Servant? Do you have a clue as to why they might say that? Come on, this is going to be an interesting answer. Go ahead.
The only clue that I could think of is somebody wants to maintain the status quo down there. They want to maintain law and order, and they're afraid people coming in will violate some of that. But I think that should be secondary right now when people are hungry, when people need clean water, when you got sick babies and sick people.
Oh,
and
sick babies!
I think any bit of help that somebody might offer you, well advised to take it.
Come on, man. You're pathetic. You are absolutely. You use every dirty trick there is. Extrapolate to the most horrific, tugging on your heartstrings bullshit. Most of those people down there are a bunch of redneck hillbillies, and they don't need their babies fed. I mean, their babies are probably out on the street trying to cook methamphetamine. They don't need to be fed. Fuck them is what I say. Fuck them.
Don't say we're doing that, Joe. I'm sure you'd be down there buying some.
Oh yeah. You got such a weird way of converting to justify your argument.
Because you are higher than a kite right now.
You really think so, Possum? You really think so? What am I high on? I had a cup of coffee at noon. Let's see, what else did I have? I had some chicken at 3 o'clock.
Come on, man.
Maybe it does. You know what makes me high, what makes me angry, is phony Christian conservative. Oh, what about Melania? Melania. What'd she say about abortion there, Possum? You know, she's the pretend wife of Donald J. Trump. The pretend wife, of course, all documented up there with prenups and renegotiated prenups. She said that abortion is a woman's right. Now, what do you think? What do you think that means for Donald J. Trump? Over?
Come on, man. I just think it's her opinion.
Okay. You're still a big Trump backer, though, because, you know, you are a very staunch anti-abortion nut job.
Well, you know, I just pick them.
Hey, what did it?
Two choices. You got Kamala Harris or Donald Trump.
Yeah, but why would Melania be so public right in front of the election?